I've inherited 50's beef, he's inherited mine, so now he can't be on the cover of the Source magazine because I got this beef over here, you know, and he's being attacked by Ja saying things about me, then all of a sudden comes out his face and says a line about my daughter.
There's a certain line you just don't cross, and he crossed it. I heard him say Hailey's name on the song, and I just lost it.
Yeah, I saw Yale said that you were supposed to sign the Bad Boy.
Yeah, you know what? I was going back and forth, and he just look. They knew I was talented. They just looked at it and was like, I don't want all of the stuff that comes with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it took for me to go around until M stumbled over it, but he didn't know the trouble that came with it.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, nah, this is perfect.
Or,
like, I wasn't even gonna say nothing. To be honest with you, I didn't even address them directly until like Ja had said something about Hailey.
mm-hmm.
And they had a relationship because they had hung out together and got high together.
Ja and M?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, like, because he felt like there was something that they was closer than they was based on that. This is Ja. So when they got into when we got to a point, he had fired off and he said some stuff about Hailey, and that was just it. I seen them was upset. I said, all right, I can do it now. And I went in the next room. I was in Detroit, and I recorded Automatic Gunfire that weekend.
Yeah.
You still have those old beefs?
Nah, I'm good with everybody.
Nah,
I'm good with everybody.
all
all of those situations were kind of like guilty by association. You know, I'm with this team, so we going. You know, like me and Game cool now. You know, me and Buster don't got no problems. You know, me and M haven't spoke, but you know, we didn't have problems before that. Me and them was talking about doing records before that. You know, so it wasn't really a situation where I felt like, you know, these people don't like me per se. You know, it was a situation like we riding with this team and you riding with that team.
Right. I want to.
Okay, now this is good. We have 50 reflecting on a time when he was getting signed, and I remember this time nobody wanted to really touch 50. Like, well, everybody wanted to touch him. A lot of people wanted a piece, but that came with a lot of issues. A lot of things came with signing 50. I remember Puffy making the statement once before that he didn't want all the issues. He had just had the situation with Big, so he didn't want the problems again, so he passed on 50. And 50 even, you know, he said it right then. He was asked by Charlamagne, could he have signed to Bad Boy, and he could have. But the issues got in the way, so he could not. And then Eminem didn't even really know the beef, and this is the first time that 50 has publicly said this, at least as far as what I've seen. And so, you know, Eminem did not really know. And then you see in the other clip, just like 50 had said, Ja Rule felt like in his interview that everything was cool. You know, it was just about, you know, this side versus that side. And that's kind of what 50 said. It corroborated because 50 basically said Ja and Eminem had hung out before, got high before, and Ja felt like Eminem and him was cool. So when he saw him with 50, he was like, hey man, what's with that? So with this whole situation, and then, you know, you heard Eminem talk about it, and Eminem's like, you know, well, you know, once he said something about Hailey, you know, that's when I lost it. That's when it was too much. And 50, you know, in his clip, he was like, yeah, you know, once Ja, I wasn't gonna say anything about it, and he was just gonna let it ride. And then once Ja, you know, saw it and got in his feelings, you know, Ja said, you know, came out and said something about Hailey. 50 was like, once he did that, I recorded the mixtape in the same night. I'm guessing that he meant that he started recording the mixtape that night. I want to know what you think, because it really worked out for 50 that Eminem didn't know, you know, up front, and didn't, you know, overthink the possibility of 50 Cent being problematic, because it really worked out well for 50. The whole Aftermath dynamic, the trilogy, Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem didn't really it would never have happened had it not been for Eminem's connection to Dr. Dre. So that worked out really, really well for 50. I think the relationship definitely benefited 50 Cent more, and I think 50 Cent himself has alluded to that and would also agree to that, because Eminem was already, solidified. He was already tied in. He was already going to be this juggernaut. So I think that worked really well for 50. Continue to like and subscribe. I'll be sure to bring more and more content. We out.